Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. Today we're here to watch a video from our girl Megan from igenius. Her name's Megan Savage. I've covered her many times before on my channel because she says some problematic stuff. I'm gonna link some of the videos at the end of this video so that you can maybe take a look if you want. She's extra. This video is not too long, so we shouldn't be here for too long. And I haven't watched it. I'm blind reacting, so I don't know if it's gonna be a problematic one or just general BS. She calls herself a digital entrepreneur, but she's an igenius, so she's just an MLM hun, an independent contractor for igenius. So we're gonna see what she's gonna teach us today. This video is called Basics to Launching Your Online Business. So before we get into the video, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. That's a nice way to support my channel if you would like, and big shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys for being here, and let's just get straight into this.
What's going on, guys? Hello, welcome to my page. If you don't know who I am, my name is Megan Savage. If you already know, you know what's up. I'm gonna be going over everything you need to know, all the basics if you are.
What was the point of her shaking that drink in the beginning of this video? That's a really interesting intro. Also, she yells a little bit and her editing is terrible. It's like she crops words all the time. I'm gonna quiet her down, but still, just if you're using headphones, be mindful of that.
If you are just getting started as an online business owner. So we're gonna get right into it, guys. First off, you need to know what your niche, whatever it's called, you need to know what your niche is. Whether it's fitness, health and beauty. For example, mine is a financial lifestyle platform that I leverage. So pretty much online income. Now that you got that figured out, I'm gonna walk you through the exact process that I actually mentor my students in when they're first getting started online. First things first, what pages do you like? What are the pages that you interact with, the content that actually gets you to stay and watch? I want you to remember this. What works on you works for you. A big mistake people make, and if you've been on my page before, you've heard me say this, is they try to market to everybody. If you market to everybody, you actually market to nobody. You get lost in this sea of generic and you don't actually come off authentic. If you want more help figuring out who your ideal viewer would be, go check out my page. I actually have another video called Ideal Viewer Persona, and it pretty much gives you an exercise and a breakdown on how you can actually figure out how to never run out of content and who exactly it is that you're speaking to. But let's back up a little bit. I actually have a list of creators on.
That sounds like an interesting video that we might watch if you guys want to watch that and see, because she said there's an extra exercise in there, and I'd be very curious to hear and try that exercise myself. So let me know if you want to see that video someday, maybe.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, of people that are not only in my niche, but outside my niche. This way, if I'm ever having like writer's block or creator's block, I can actually go and look at people that inspire me, whether they're in my niche or not. You have zero idea, and this is day one, you've never seen any other creator in your niche, go look them up. For example, like I said, I'm in the online income niche. Digital entrepreneurship, online income, online business.
Online income niche? That's a very creative way to call MLM and network marketing. It's an online income niche.
I'd go to the For You page and literally type in that word. E-commerce, dropshipping, Amazon affiliate, online income, Wi-Fi money, digital entrepreneurship. I'd be looking up these hashtags and topics. Simply do my research and scroll. Once I find
Wi-Fi money. I can't with Megan. Sometimes I just can't with her.
There was just lightning. Once I find a creator or videos that I like, I actually, save them and keep them for later. My next main suggestion if you're first getting started is pick 2 platforms to go all in on. Sort of like choosing your Pokemon. Some people really like TikTok and some people really like Facebook or Twitter or whatever it is. The main point is having one as your funnel and the other one you're also going hard on. My Instagram, as of right now, is what I call my business page. If I no longer ask people for their phone numbers, I say, hey, what's your IG? If I meet someone on TikTok, on Facebook, whatever it is, Pinterest, I always give them my IG. I circle it back there. Now, just because I used IG does not mean you have to. The only reason I do is because I have highlights there. And it's another tool that I use to keep information that I constantly get asked, like most frequently asked questions, what I do, things about my products, and so on and so forth. Now, speaking of
I'm gonna try to see actually how many followers does she have. Megan Savage.
All these accounts, you need to decide if you are going to create a brand new account or if you're gonna keep your personal one and transition it into your business. Personally, it's up to you. I've seen people see success with both. However, I'm very biased and I did not make new accounts. I use my personal ones mostly because I want it to be more relatable to my audience. Any true business owner knows that it becomes your lifestyle. This doesn't apply to everyone. Some people have...
Except you're not a business owner. When you join igenius or any other MLM, you're an independent contractor for that MLM. It's not your own business. You're not a business owner, Megan. You should know that by now.
Like makeup brands and clothing brands that they want to keep completely separate, but again, it's completely up to you. Now let me break down what your niche actually is. Who you are and what you do, who you're trying to help, and the problem or problems you're trying to solve. I actually suggest writing this down. If you're working with a mentor or some type of support group, send it to them. I was saying that a problem is halfway solved if it's written down. Especially if you're new at this, I know it can be overwhelming, but if you write it down and have it in front of you, it becomes easier and easier. If you're doing that exercise, you'll actually figure out who your target audience is. What is a target audience? Be as specific as you can. Maybe it's a certain age group, maybe it's a certain gender, maybe you're trying to help single moms, maybe you're trying to help students, maybe you would like to help people in Europe specifically. I don't want you to get scared being specific, because with what I do, I market mostly towards women, usually 18 to 32. My goal is to help people who are working a 9 to 5 leave their 9 to 5 job and be able to make money online. Most of my content is directed towards people who are very spiritual, women stepping into their power, people that want to speak on stages and travel a lot. Just keep in mind, I was a server that was working multiple jobs and then was able to make money online and have helped other people do it. So I market a lot towards people who want...
It's interesting, she keeps saying now that she was a server and working multiple full-time jobs, but she used to say like a year or two ago when I would watch some trainings where she was speaking at, or her own trainings, or she was a guest trainer or whatever, she used to say that she was homeless. I also had some sources tell me that she was indeed not homeless. So it's interesting that she stopped saying that. Like if she was actually homeless, she would probably keep saying that, because it's like a typical rags to riches story that MLM people like to use. So I just find it interesting that she changed her story.
Who want to leave their job. Doesn't mean that I don't work with students who actually want to be like a lawyer or a doctor or a dancer or whatever and just want to earn side income. Doesn't mean I don't work with people that are older than my age range, or that I don't work with men. I actually have a lot of men on my team. I said before, if you market to everybody, you market to no one. So get specific on who your target audience is. Now, let's get into the actual aesthetics of your page, because I remember what mine looked like when I first got started. Let's start with something simple, your profile picture. Unless you are like a clothing brand or makeup brand or something like that, you don't have a person that is the face of it, you need to get your face on your profile picture. Especially nowadays, people want to buy from people that they know, like, and trust. Ask yourself this, are you more likely to trust a person with their face that is clear, it looks professional and good, or some meme or something? Don't have your kids, don't have your dog. I love dogs. Don't have you with a bunch of your friends. I know you love them, but this is your profile picture. You're not too far away or too close. You want to have really good proportions. My recommendation is usually from chest up with clear, good lighting. Now again, this completely depends on your brand, but if you're a girl, have your makeup done, have your hair done. If you're a guy, have a clean shave, look good, have your hair done, whatever you do with it. This is your first impression. Now another important thing, especially for Instagram, or name. A lot of people make the mistake of just putting their name, but you can actually make it searchable. For example, mine is Megan Savage, online income/travel. This way, when people search up the word travel or online income, I actually pop up. Whatever your niche is or what you go by or any like slang nickname, make sure you put that in there. Now let's talk about the bio. I remember the bio used to be one of the most stressful things for me when I first got started. So I would look at all these other people's bios and they said, million in sales, spoke on 30 stages internationally, and all these things.
I searched Instagram, Megan online income, and she is the first one that came up. She has 40,000 followers apparently. Let's see. She's got subscriptions on there. Considering the fact that she's got 40K, like she averages about 1.5 thousand views on her reels. 2,000. I guess she was doing well for a while and then it's gone down a little bit. There's a few reels that did well, but the majority of them are like 2,000 views. Oh, there's one with 40K. So you know how it says that little chat thing, your Savage mentor? She has 777 members in that. Definitely when I started covering her 1 or 2 years ago, she was not that successful. Her Instagram was a lot smaller, so she has grown a bit on Instagram. And we do know that if you manage to grow your Instagram account, this is how you're gonna get, it's gonna be easier for you to become successful in the MLM, because you will have a wider audience that you can recruit into your MLM.
Things that I haven't done yet. So I want to give you the breakdown because the bio is actually extremely important. If a person likes your content and comes to your page, you have 6 seconds before they decide if they're going to follow you or leave you forever. Your bio tells them who who you are and what you're about, how you can help them. Whatever it is you do, be specific in the first line on what that is. Maybe you sell travel discounts. I help people travel for less. Maybe you're a beauty influencer that helps people do their makeup for less. Helping you be beautiful without breaking the bank. Get specific. The next line, you can add a fun fact about you or an authority/credibility building line. Maybe your business has already expanded to 150 countries. Let's go back to the beauty influencer example. You pride yourself on the fact that all the products you use are vegan or cruelty-free. You can put that in there. A thing to think about is, what are they going to see on your page? I'll help you start and scale your online business. Behind the scenes of my life. So people know when they come on my Instagram that they're going to see my lifestyle, who I am, and they're also going to get tips and tricks and learn how they can start and scale their business. The last line, you could put a call to action. Don't know what a call to action is yet? Let me teach you. Pretty much instructing someone to do something. That's it. Follow this, like this, subscribe. They're all call to actions. This call to action will get them to do something. Most likely, click the link below. I do suggest adding a link, and I'll get to that. We'll add freebies to their links, so they click on it and end up seeing more offers, products, or services that you offer. Let's talk a little bit about the link that you're gonna have in your bio. Includes things like affiliate links, lead generators, your social medias, and more info about your products and services. There's tons of paid options and free options that you can use to make your landing page. It really just depends on what you're looking for. Something that has saved me a lot of time and made me a lot of money that I added to my landing page is actually called a form. It can look different for if you offer a product or a service, but I'll give you the breakdown. For example, let's say you're offering a product. Have you ever tried to buy a hair mask or something online and they ask you tons of questions to figure out what type of hair you have and what would work best for you? Your hair curly? Is it straight? Does it have dye in it? All these things. So if you ever booked a call with a coach or a mentor or some type of program, they ask you a couple questions beforehand to qualify you. For example, if what they sell, they can only sell to 18-year-olds, one of the questions they have is probably, are you over the age of 18? Maybe it's location-based. They're only available in Europe or North America. So if you're in, I don't know, a third world country or somewhere else, maybe they ask you, hey, where are you from, to see if it's even worth it. What I did was I went and I looked at people in my niche, and I would just go to book a call with them and I'd see what questions that they were asking. Sort of like the landing page, there's tons of free options and there's tons of paid options. I've tried a lot of them.
I mean, some of this advice is okay when you're trying to do something online, but then we are going back to the fact that she's in an MLM, igenius specifically, and this is all about your MLM business, and it doesn't matter because whatever you do, however you represent yourself on social media, unless you manage to grow your Instagram account like Megan apparently did, and if you don't have a wide audience that you can recruit into your team, into your MLM, you're just not going to be successful. And it's not that easy to grow your social media account either. It takes a lot of work and effort, and just in general, the majority of people don't make any profit in MLMs. So when you take a look at the fact that it's about your MLM business, it's useless. But if it was about something else, some of the advice would be good enough advice for like when you're trying to do something online or present yourself a little bit more professional online and whatnot. So
something I do just to keep it simple, because I do offer products, services, but also mentorship, so I like to know who I'm working with. So I actually put my qualifying questions on Calendly. I don't pay for it. I use the free version. The plan that I actually go over with them is very personalized to them, so it's just easier to get face to face. Or I guess screen to screen. Feel free to go take a look at my questions on Calendly. Take whatever works for you. So after you got your profile picture / cover photo, bios, and all your information set up, using your old personal page, it's time to go and clean it up. You'll have to earn certain sides to you. Always say you want to be authentic online, but that doesn't mean post everything. So maybe scroll down a little bit and make sure there's no photos of you, having a wild night or anything too polarizing on your page. Now, if you want your brand to have a really strong stance on something polarizing, for sure leave it. But this is why you have to get very clear on who you're trying to talk to. I'll just say it for what it is. Things like abortion, gun laws, stuff like that. You might be very passionate about something, but you need to ask yourself, is your brand? If it is, great. If it isn't, awesome. Just remove those types of photos and stuff. Once you're done all of those steps, the biggest thing that I want you to do is actually just go and look at your page. You can even go grab a friend and tell them to go through your page and get their opinion. Ask them when they look at your page, what are 5 words that come to mind? Ask them if they know right away what you're selling or what products and services you offer. The information they need to purchase from you, easy to understand and simple to actually make the purchase. Think about it this way, guys. When you're scrolling on TikTok, how fast do you scroll? It's because your attention span isn't there. Like I said before, a person has 6 seconds to grab attention, and that person will either follow you or they won't. This person intends to buy from you. That process needs to be simple and clear on what you want them to do, whether they're buying right away or they have to book a call or whatever it is. Now, when it comes to actually posting, I want to make this very clear. When you're making a content plan, make sure that you can be consistent with it. You can post 3 times a day, great, go for it. You can only post once a day, great, go for it. I do recommend posting daily for multiple reasons. 1, the algorithm pushes your content more. 2, people like to buy and support people that are consistent. 3, if you...
I might be wrong. I'm not an expert on social media. Clearly, I have like 700 followers on Instagram and my YouTube is not that big, but I don't think you're supposed to post 3 times a day. I think that's spammy. And I don't think the algorithm pays attention to how much you post. It's about the engagement. So if people are liking and commenting, if they watch your reel until the end, it doesn't matter if you post daily or if you post 3 times a day. I think is counterproductive. Like, you don't want to be spamming people and Instagram with that. It's about the engagement. It's not about how often you post.
If you don't have consistent content going, your business is actually closed. When figuring out what to post, let me tell you what I see. 2 different types of problems that I see when people actually start their online business. They're a walking mascot of their company. All they post is business, to the point where they have like no personality and people sort of feel weird and icky being on their page. Okay, yes, Susan, you're posting makeup, you're selling makeup, I got it. Hard to relate to someone that only posts about business. Now again, of course, if this is your brand and you have a separate page from your personal one, for sure. People don't want to feel like they're buying just from some company anymore. People don't buy the product, they buy you. If you don't believe me, I've literally had people drop thousands of dollars on me before, not even knowing what I sell. They're like, hey, I love you, I love what you do, I want to work with you, I don't care what you're selling, count me in, let's do it. And it's very possible for you to do the same thing. I also see the exact opposite problem, where people are too scared to talk about what they do. People don't want to join a sinking ship. People don't want to buy from people that are ashamed of their products and services. To be fair, I just talked about the attention span. So if someone goes on your page and they read your bio and it doesn't really make sense, they don't know how to buy from you, don't even know what you're offering, that's a problem. There are many different methods on how you can combat this. For example, for every 1 post that you do that's more personal, you do another post that's about business. I'm gonna go over a method that's been working for a lot of people. It's called the 4-2-1 boom. 4 times you are gonna post something that has nothing to do with your business. Whatever interests you like. Maybe you're really into beauty, or maybe you like to go hiking, or maybe you like pro wrestling, whatever it is. 2 times you're gonna post an indirect business post. The best example I can...
These cuts are throwing me off because she just keeps cropping half of her sentence. And it's so loud and it's just, oh God, I hope you headphone users are okay.
Give of this is I went to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant in December and I shot me eating his sticky toffee pudding and I did a voiceover. I literally was just talking about how good the food was, how much of a great time I was having. And I think in there I slipped twice about how I was grateful for my online business and that online income pays for my lifestyle. Me just posting about my life, but indirectly letting people know what I do. Here's the one boom, okay? This is a direct sell. This is, hey guys, this is me, this is what I do, this is what I sell, this is how I can help you. Maybe you go on live and for an hour you talk about all the products that you have. A giveaway, something big, something that's super direct, here's how I help you. Pinning posts and highlights are very important. These are the first thing that your clients see. So make sure that they are about who you are, what you do, and what you can provide. Again, the best piece of advice I can give you is if you don't know, go look. There are tons of people making a good living using their online business. Go take a look, and what you like, do it in your own way. The biggest thing that will help you establish your brand is having some type of mission statement. Once you figure that out, content will flow to you more easily. Again, I do have a video called the Ideal Viewer Persona. Go take a look at it. I go more in depth about that. But after all is said and done, your pages are set up, you think it's great, it's all clean, looking spit and span, I want you to do an exercise. Find a friend, family member, neighbor down the street, I don't care. I want you to ask a couple people, again, what are 5 words that come to their mind when they look at your page? If all of them start to say similar or the same words, this is how you'll know if you have a solid, consistent brand. This is how you build trust with your audience, because they know that when they go to your page, this is what to expect. Are you the funny person? Do you make them laugh? Are you the person that always has like a protein bottle? Every video you have, you start off with like this and you're like, hey guys, I got some news for you. Are you very clean girl aesthetic? Like your hair is always like back and your skin is glowing. Maybe you're a dude that's really into hunting and you have hunting all over your page. You're the car guy. That exercise is something that I want you to continue to do over time. Do it once you clean up your page, do it a week after you start posting content, month after, and if it becomes more and more consistent with the people you talk to, you're on the right track. When it comes to your content, like I said, it's important to just be consistent and do what works for you. Do not get analysis paralysis, do not overthink it. Yes, you can recycle your content. So let's say you're making all your content on TikTok, you can take it off and put it on Facebook and Instagram. I'm gonna let you know, take off the watermark. Literally go on Google and search up remove TikTok watermark or remove Instagram watermark. If you post it on another platform with the watermark, it will not go viral. I'm telling you this because it is okay while you're first getting started to just recycle your content. If you want to later down the road strategize your different platforms differently, you totally can. What I mean by that is my TikTok content is a little bit different than my Instagram content. My Instagram is a little bit more aesthetic, mostly text on screen. My TikTok content is much more like FaceTimey vibe. It's like talking to different people about the same story. For example, if you went out to a party, you tell your friends about the party versus your parents versus your
She's so loud. Maybe it's not a big deal, or maybe it's because I'm editing and I'm super aware of trying not to crop sentences or mid-words, but it just triggers me. Like, it's so loud and she just crops mid-word.
Your grandma is very different. The biggest thing I'll push on you guys is consistency. And the one thing I will urge you guys on doing is sharing your story. You're 18, 19, 20, 26, 30. You have many years of lessons and stories to tell people. Facts tell, stories sell. Honestly, your story can be what sets you apart from a lot of other people. For example, I leverage a platform. So there's a lot of other people that sell the exact same things I do. But what can be the difference from me getting a sale and them getting a sale is simply what I stand for and what I've been through and what I can relate to. So don't be scared to show up authentically. Your story is what makes you human. I'll challenge you, whether it's a TikTok, Instagram story, go on and reintroduce yourself. Where were you? Where are you now? And where are you going to be? When it comes to editing your content, there is no right or wrong way to do this. If you're someone who likes,
I'll tell you what's the wrong way of editing your content. Cropping half the words or half the sentence and then not quieting down the sound. Literally, when you're editing, I think even the cheap editors have, or the free editor apps should have the little bar that shows you if the sound is in red or if it's in green. If it's in red, then it's too loud, especially for headphone users. It's not friendly for headphone users. Maybe I'm being a bitch, but I don't think she's the one to talk about editing because this is a terrible job. This is a good example of how to edit your audio terribly.
One who likes to edit in TikTok, edit in Instagram. Or if you're like me, I like to edit in CapCut. None of it is wrong. The only apps that I actually pay for is Canva. As a business owner, just get Canva. And I pay $6 for Lightroom. It's a
Except you're not a business owner.
free version, but I do it because you can edit the colors on videos and it's pristine. If you're going to invest money into something, please just get good lighting. Exact things I use are in my Amazon storefront, link in bio. Feel free to use it. Feel free to not, I don't care, just get good lighting. That being said, guys, I hope this has helped. This is literally all the basics that you need to know when you're first getting started. And I'm gonna let you know a tip. How you become great is just by doing the basics really well. If this video has helped you in any way or you learned something new, please like and subscribe, comment any questions that you have, and feel free to share.
All right, we're gonna stop that there, Megan. I think we've heard enough of you yelling at us. I mean, I get it. Like, some people are louder. Not everyone is like me. I feel like, but when I was starting my YouTube channel, I thought that I'm way too chill and way too quiet for YouTube because people like her are usually like the energetic, loud people get more attention on social media. Or at least that's what I think. I don't know, but I do get comments from you guys often that like my chill voice and my chill vibes help contrast these Huns that are really loud and that yell and things like that. So that's always nice to hear. But yeah, I mean, all that I've learned from her videos is how not to edit your audio badly. But yeah, well, I guess our girl Megan she's come pretty far when it comes to social media, because I do remember when I started covering her, I think that was like 2 years ago at this point. I think she had like 7,000, I want to say, followers on Instagram. So she wasn't nearly as popular as she is now. And obviously that concerns me because people see she shares a lot of reels about like her lifestyle. And like she said, oh, I went to this Gordon Ramsay restaurant, things like that. I traveled here here and there and whatnot, and she's attracting viewers with that, followers with that, and then she is recruiting them into her igenius business. And yeah, she didn't join igenius early enough, but she has grown her social media lately and she's growing her downline. You let me know down below what you thought about this. I mean, all the advice, it wasn't too bad, some of it was fine. It's just the fact that she's talking to people who are joining igenius and her MLM. It's just not really useful to them. Let me know your thoughts below. Thank you for watching, especially if you made it this far. You're a trooper. I do appreciate that. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. That's a nice way to support my channel if you would like. And as always, big shout out to all my channel members. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.